How do you change your lifestyle to lose weight? You're gonna get the whole shebang in this video, so keep watching. In this video, we'll go over, is a lifestyle change really that important to lose weight? And then we'll talk about what sort of things need to change in order to lose weight. And last, I'll show you the easiest way to make a lifestyle change. We all hear that phrase all the time, everywhere. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, it's not a da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, we're beat over the head with that phrase, lifestyle change, constantly. I mean, it can refer to anything. It can refer to your walk with Christ. It can refer to adopting a dog. I mean, it can refer to parenting. It's just lifestyle change. People throw it around all the time, and we're always talking about a lifestyle change. But the reality is, if you want to lose weight, it is going to require some things in your life changing. Yeah? A lifestyle change. So let's look at that. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go over what got you in trouble. And when I say in trouble, I mean where you're sitting right now watching this video. A lot of you guys, you're off track. Maybe some of you aren't, but some of you probably are. And keep in mind that we all get off track. All of us get off track. So I'm not judging you, okay? Even I've gotten off track before, but my off track usually gets reeled in really quick. Your off track goes for 6 months sometimes, and I don't hear from you for 3 years. And I'm like, where did you go? I thought you died. And you're like, yeah, I got off track. There's a difference between you and I. I get off track, but I get myself right back on. And that's because I don't let getting off track become bad habits. A lot of you guys do. You let one thing go wrong and it turns into a lifestyle in a bad way. It turns into a bad habit that is now happening on a daily basis. So you might have had good habits in place and you might have had a good routine and a good lifestyle going before, and you let little things sneak in, you let changes happen, you tolerated some stuff, you let some boundaries get a little loose, and here we are 6 months later, you're 30 pounds up, and you need a massive lifestyle change at this point to turn things around because everything's off track. You got to remember that nothing happens because of just once. Could have been your Margarita Mondays turned into Taco Tuesdays, turned into going out for pie and coffee after church on Wednesday night, turned into going out to breakfast at the local greasy diner on Thursday morning. Like, all these bad habits accumulated. Nobody gets fat off one slice of Domino's. The way you gain weight is the accumulation of bad choices every day, back to back to back to back to back. Anytime I have gone off the rails and I have screwed up, it's only one day. I don't go, or one meal even. I don't keep it going. I stop it right then. I don't let it go any further. It doesn't derail my whole lifestyle. I have a healthy lifestyle. I have a lifestyle that is ingrained in my DNA. I get up, I have my healthy routine. I drink my water every day, no matter what. So anytime I've ever gotten off track, it's really only for one day or one meal even. It doesn't go further than that. And I don't gain weight because of it. I don't have weight problems because of it, because I stop it right then. And so when you're saying, well, I don't know how, you need to identify how you got yourself into this mess. You need to make sure that you can pinpoint what it was. And I'm telling you what it was. It was all these just ones turning into, they were accumulating. So you got just one Hershey's Kiss off your coworker's desk, plus 3 hours later, just one basket of chips at the Mexican restaurant for lunch with your coworkers. Okay. Plus just one glass of wine, plus just one whole medium pizza from Domino's. It's all these just ones. And nobody ever thinks it's going to happen to them. Anytime anybody's ever gained weight coming off the Code Red lifestyle, it is because they thought that they could just have one. And possibly, if you're like my mom, you can really just have one. Or Miles, my husband Miles, he can keep a bag of robin eggs in the freezer and eat one at a time, like one robin egg. He can eat one robin egg and space that whole bag 75% off after Easter. he can space that whole bag over a month because he truly only has just one. Some people are like that. Miles is not a recovering sugar addict, probably like you and like me. No, we don't have just ones. And you need to understand that those just ones, they got you into this mess because they all added up. And the same way is true for when you lose the weight. You have back-to-back days of good choices. And the accumulation of good choices is how you lose the weight. Well, you might notice that I keep saying the word habit. And that's what these things have turned into. These choices that you've made have turned into these bad habits, which have turned into a bad lifestyle. And just like habits, just like your choices, you can change them and you can reverse them. We can get you flipped over and back to where you were before, or even better than what you were before, by reversing these things and getting you on the right track. But these habits can change. You're not stuck with this. This is not prison. You're not stuck with this lifestyle. If you want to change, you make the decision to change. I mean, you're watching the video, for crying out loud. You obviously want to do some sort of change here. So keep watching. I've got some tricks for you. Before I go any further, I want to hear from you. If you are feeling brave, put it in the box and tell me, have you developed some bad habits? Have you gotten a little bit off track? Have you gone down the bad road and started doing too many back-to-back days of cheating and you started gaining your weight? I don't know. Comment below. I want to hear your story. You might notice that I never say the word motivation because I don't like that word motivation. Because motivation, what is that? I'm not motivated to drink my water. I'm not motivated to be faithful to my husband. I'm not motivated to walk my dog. So Cristy, what the heck do you mean by this? I mean, motivation has nothing to do with this. I'm faithful to my husband because I love him, and that's what we are supposed to do if we're in a marriage. I drink my water every day because I feel better drinking my water. You think I like my water? Everybody knows I don't like my water. I don't like drinking water. But I mean, hey, listen, if it were up to me, I would drink nothing but Starbucks coffee all day long. If it was just, but we know that that's not healthy. The water is what's healthy. The water is keeping my skin glowing. The water is helping me sleep well and regulating hormones and flushing toxins from my body. It's the right thing to do. That's why I do it. But I'm not motivated to do it. If I'm scrolling through Instagram and I see a CrossFit chick doing an overhead snatch, and that very second, I'm motivated to go to the gym and want to work on my overhead snatch. As soon as I scroll right past, I forget about it. And that's what motivation does. You cannot rely on motivation. That is going to wane. Discipline's going to wobble. You are going to wear out on your willpower. It's just what happens. So changing your lifestyle, which means also changing your environment, that's the only way that you're going to get this weight off for the rest of your life. For me personally, and what I teach my rebels is we lean into routines. That takes the motivation, it takes the willpower out of it. We rely on routine, which is part of your lifestyle. So I have a routine set in place where I get up at 5 a.m. I start the coffee brewing, I walk the dogs. I have an old school percolator that takes a long time to percolate coffee. It literally takes the entire time I'm walking the dogs to percolate coffee. So it works out really well. But that's my routine. I come back in, I have some coffee, I start drinking my water. I make sure that I have things placed. I work out. I work on my Code Red work. I do my hair and makeup every day. I have certain routines in place, and I'm pretty rigid with my routines. But I don't get off track. And I'm not easily swayed this way or this way because I have built-in routines. And that is part of my healthy lifestyle. So the only way to make weight loss work is to change your lifestyle. Look, I'm not here to make your boyfriend's ex-girlfriend jealous and to help you lose weight for that reason. I'm not here to help you lose weight so you can look decent on a princess cruise. I'm here long term. I'm playing the long game. And I imagine you're playing the long game too because you're talking about losing weight and lifestyle. And that's what the long game is. So what does that mean? That means reevaluating some major things in your life. And that might include your friends. Maybe your friends are heavy drinkers and you used to drink with them, and now you need to step away from that social circle. You might need to find some new friends. I think JJ Virgin said, if you want to be fit, hang out with some fit people or find some fit friends. Like, look, yeah, when I go with my CrossFit girlfriends, they're really fun to be around because we're all on track. Like, we keep each other on track. We all talk about the same thing. We all like the same thing, like-minded people. But if you are trying to get away from drinking because weight loss and alcohol don't mix, you might have to get away from that circle of friends that are just such heavy drinkers. Maybe they're hanging out at the winery all the time. Maybe they're going out to Applebee's happy hour and 2-for-1 special. And it's not good for your new lifestyle. And I don't suggest that you make any kind of announcement about it. You don't need to be better than thou, like you people suck and I'm getting healthy and I can't, don't be a jerk about it. But you might need to find some new friends and disassociate yourself from that circle of people. Maybe you're a nighttime snacker and you decide that you set a new nighttime routine in place to keep you from snacking at night. Maybe you maybe you get a dog and you go walk your dog, or you go and you just go walk in the neighborhood just to get out of the kitchen. You've got to change your lifestyle if you're gonna make these things stick. If you're gonna make this weight loss thing stick, that means making sure you find something else that's going to get you out of the kitchen to prevent that nighttime snacking. I mean, when I had my peanut M&M addiction, when I lived in New York City, I had a severe peanut M&M addiction. I did. I ate an entire pound of peanut M&Ms a day because I had such anxiety and sadness about living so far from my family for 5 years. And when I was ready to break that habit, I took my counselor, I went to counseling, actually had me walk a different route from the train where I got off the subway to my apartment, and I walked around. That way I would not go by the same store that I usually stop and get the peanut M&Ms. So this is part of lifestyle changes. When you're making a lifestyle change in your household, if you're a mom, you might need to say, hey, listen, kids, we're doing something different, all right? We're gonna all start getting in bed early. You get the kids bathed and jammies on and nighttime stories and hugs and a glass of water and whatever they need. And then they need to go to bed because mommy needs to go to bed. And that's going to take a whole evening shift for everybody. That's going to maybe be some crying fits. It's going to be some, no, you cannot sit up till 2 o'clock in the morning with your iPad, little Jamie. It can't happen that way. Like, it's going to be hard, moms, but I want you to stay tough, because this is better overall. When you are making lifestyle changes, let me tell you, they are not easy, but they are totally, totally worth it. You must create new habits, new routines to create a new lifestyle. Like I said, this is gonna probably hurt a little bit, but it's gonna be worth it when you get into your new routine and you see that you're a healthier version of you. The best way to make a lifestyle shift is to do it with a community, I think. I mean, the studies have shown that community is the number one biggest factor when it comes to losing your weight and keeping it off, being around like-minded people. And there's no better place to do that than the 10-pound takedown challenge, because I have roughly 2,000 to 3,000 people a month in that challenge. And all these people, they're going through it too, just like you. They all want to make a lifestyle change. They all want to be a healthier version of themselves. They all want to be around to watch their daughter graduate with a master's degree. They all want to be around for their grandchildren. So you're in good company. For $47, you can lose at least 10 pounds in 30 days. And let me help you make these small changes. See, the lifestyle change that I'm going to propose to you, they're small changes. It's not the fire hose in the face. It's small changes that you can absolutely handle. And you can do this. So I'll link it up below. Click on the link, and I'll see you in the next video.